best ways to do that. The Bullfrog Marina will go from the western shore to the eastern shore. It will be pretty close to the Halls Crossing Marina. The boat rentals and fuel docks will also be close to the area, but the campground, restaurant, gas station, and lodge will stay in their normal place. It will basically double the amount of time it takes to get there from Hanksville, but those traveling from Blanding will have their commute cut in half. The move is set to start early next month. Alexandria Bonilla, KSL News Radio.
Our top national story this hour from ABC News. A warning that people around the world are not prepared for how bad the energy crisis caused by the war with Iran could be.
The International Energy Agency telling the Financial Times, even if the conflict ends and the Strait of Hormuz reopens, it could take 6 months or even longer to bring back oil and gas fields. The IEA is encouraging people to conserve gas where possible, including driving slower, using public transit, and, if allowed, working from home.
ABC's Sherry Preston reporting. Your money at this moment. The Dow is off 168 points. The S&P has lost 52 points. And the NASDAQ is off 266 points. The KSL Bracket Update every 15 minutes brought to you by the Stern Team Omada. Here's Jason Jones. Jason?
And back and forth we go in this game. Kentucky against Santa Clara. They're about to go to the half. Kentucky with the last shot, and they don't get it off. So at the half, Santa Clara up 31-29 over Kentucky. That's a 10 seed over a 7 seed there. And the other game that's going on right now, Texas Tech, the 5 seed with a 24-17 lead over 12 seeded Akron. Just about a half an hour away from Arizona tipping off against Long Island. And a little bit later on this hour, Virginia taking on Wright State. With your KSL Bracket Update, I'm Jason Jones.
Follow NCAA tournament updates and all other sports updates on KSLSports.com. Coming up, it's going to feel like summer today. KSL weather is next. KSL News Time, 11:03.
Mornings are for recharging.
And they're for starting your day right.
We volunteer to join you in the car. Get news and weather at 102.7 FM during the most important part of your day.
Andy and Amanda, each morning between 5 and 9 on KSL News Radio.
Jackson Hewitt will do your taxes for $149 or less, no matter how complicated. So if you're a delivery driver, / handyman, / wedding DJ, you pay only $149 or less. We're talking to you, waitress.
Check, please.
/ pet sitter, / influencer. Just $149 or less. Want your refund to work as hard as you? Hurry. Don't wait. File with Jackson Hewitt today. Limited time offer for new clients on federal returns. Participating locations only. Terms at jacksonhewitt.com /149.
Check engine or ABS light on? Take the guesswork out of your warning lights with O'Reilly Veriscan. It's free. Ask for O'Reilly Veriscan.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
How can you grow your business from idea to industry leader? With smart business buying tools and technology from Amazon Business. From fast, free shipping to in-depth buying insights and automated purchase approvals, we deliver everything you need. Go to AmazonBusiness.com for support.
The United States is facing a mental health crisis, but there is hope. At Huntsman Mental Health Foundation, they're transforming how mental health is treated and researched, bringing compassion, innovation, and access to those who need it most. Your donation helps fund life-saving care and cutting-edge research that leads to better treatment for everyone. It's already making a difference. Huntsman Mental Health Foundation has built Utah's first ever mental health crisis care center, open 24/7 to anyone, regardless of ability to pay. They've also recently launched a youth crisis care program at Huntsman Mental Health Institute, giving kids and teens immediate support. And Huntsman Mental Health Foundation is expanding services like therapy, medication management, geriatric care, and treatment-resistant support. Join us. Be part of the change. Donate today at hmhf.org. That's hmhf.org.
Getting help with electrical repairs is easier than you think. All you have to do is call Any Hour Services or schedule an appointment at anyhourservices.com. No one helps more homeowners than Any Hour Services.
If you've saved more than $300,000, there's one thing you can do now that can make your savings go twice as far in retirement, and it's tax planning. That's right. Tax planning could significantly reduce the taxes on your IRA and 401k withdrawals, Social Security benefits, and other investment income. Find out how much money you could save with a free retirement tax savings analysis from the good people at Boss Retirement Solutions. To schedule your free analysis, Call 801-896-9622. Tax planning for retirement could reduce your taxes not just for 1 year, but for the rest of your life. And the savings could be six figures. Let's find out how much money you could save. Call 801-896-9622. 801-896-9622.
For informational purposes only, actual results may vary. No statement contained herein shall constitute tax, legal, or investment advice. Advisory services offered through Boss Retirement Advisors, an SEC-registered investment advisor. Insurance products and services offered through Boss Retirement Solutions.
Traffic and weather together, brought to you by UCCU. Build smart, save big with construction loans at UCCU. Here's Cormac Bone.
We do have a crash in West Valley, westbound on 41st South. They are blocking two right lanes as you approach 5600 West. It doesn't look like we have any terrible delays behind them, but do be careful and give them the space as they work to clear that off the road. And we do have those heavier delays in the construction zone in Lehigh, eastbound Pioneer Crossing. Still seeing some heavy and slow traffic starting near 7800 West as you try to get over to I-15. If you're on I-15, you shouldn't see any major accidents or delays both directions between Brigham City and Santa Quin. No matter the weather, your feet can feel fantastic. Find the Good Feet location nearest you at goodfeet.com. Cormac Bone in the KSL Traffic Center.
Warm temperatures, a high of 82 today and tomorrow, but Sunday is a little cooler with a high of only about 69 degrees. Right now, it's 63 and sunny. I'm Britt Johnson from the KSL Common Spirit Health Studios. Listen online at kslnewsradio.com. We're Utah's news, traffic, and weather station.
Lights, camera, action. It's the KSL Movie Show.
Today will not be known as Taco Tuesday. It will be known as Freedom Friday.
The week's big movie review, movie news, games, and prizes. Here's Andy Farnsworth and Valerie Cameron.
So, how long is this going to take?
You can't rush art.
On KSL News Radio, 102.7 FM and 1160 AM.
So if you can't rush art, then Mike's talking super fast. I don't know what that means. I'm not quite sure how to understand that.
We both need to slow it down. We're both really fast talkers.
But you know what? It's because we have so much every week and we only have 2 hours to fit it all into. And so I've learned, rather than slow it down, let's say it as fast as possible.
And then
because you can
slow it down later.
Exactly. On the podcast, you can go to 0.5 speed. See, we are life hacking right here, live on the movie show. Andy Farnsworth, Val Cameron, we're broadcasting live from My Hearing Centers today. Our big movie, Val, you were so excited to talk about. We screened this a couple of weeks ago.
Yes, Project Hail Mary.
You were like, oh, I can't wait to talk about it. I was like, hey, we got to wait till the 20th.
It was hard. I've just been, you can see me, I've been fidgeting for like 2 weeks now, just waiting.
Well, let's jump in then. Our big movie of the week is Project Hail Mary, sponsored by Paris RV. Don't miss the hot deals on 2025 RVs. Visit parisrv.com.
I understand that you think I'm the right person for this mission. I understand the stakes.
Object approaching. If we do nothing, everything on this planet will go extinct, including us. Dr. Grace, the world is counting on you.
All right. So we heard from more people than you're going to hear in the movie, mostly, because most of it's Ryan Gosling. Now, this is a movie that people have been really excited to come to theaters finally, including you. Now, were you excited before you listened to the book 2 days before you watched the movie?
I was. This is one that I did actually accidentally see the trailer because I went to see a theater in movies and not at a screening, and it showed up. Mm-hmm. And I was like, oh, this looks cool. And then like a week before it came out, somebody's like, you've got to listen to the book. And so for a week, I just binged this book and I listened to it. And I was really, really worried because in the book, like you said, the same as the movie, it's a lot of Ryan Gosling. It's a lot of this main character talking to himself. It's a lot of inner monologue. It's a lot of
which
him.
Works well in a book because you can have whatever dialogue you want, voiceovers and everything. But then when you got to adapt that for the screen, how do you do that?
I was worried.
Sometimes it doesn't work. But in Project Hail Mary, well, we'll tell you. So Ryan Gosling plays a guy named Ryland Grace, a middle school science teacher who wakes up in deep space on a ship. He's not sure why he's there. He eventually figures out he's part of an expedition to save the Earth from a star-consuming parasite that has infected our sun. Now, at this point, this is where you get into it splits a little bit. And at the very first, it kind of throws you off because it doesn't really give you much of a scene transition. It just suddenly you're in the past and you're like, oh, you got to figure that out, which most people, I think, are smart enough to figure that out. But then it kind of runs parallel tracks. He's remembering, and then he's trying to solve the problem that he's out there to solve with the help of, his name's Rocky, but he's basically a rock spider. That's what he looks
is
like.
a rock spider, yeah.
And he looks a lot like those little furry spiders that we have here in Utah, except only Rocky instead.
And you didn't know that Rocky was a puppet.
I didn't. I actually thought he was CG, but there had to be some CG in there, right?
As far as I know, and as everything that I've read, is that he was a puppet the entire time. So
see, I don't want to give away any plot, so I'm going to have to talk with you off the air about a couple of questions that I have.
Let's do.
But how amazing that they were able to make the puppet work. That actually probably helped Ryan Gosling in his acting, because I was thinking, I was even more impressed with his acting, because I'm like, he's looking at this spot and they've got an X on the blue ball and the silver ball over here, and he's got to act opposite that. But it really is Ryan Gosling's charm and likability. And I would add the directors, Phil Lord and Chris Miller, they are some of the best at understanding how to work comedy into a movie without it veering into the silly stupid, which is funny in its own right. But they seem to manage that like river right down the middle, where it's not too stupid, but it's never too serious. So that's what I think helps make this so accessible to all ages.
I agree with you. This is a movie I believe that everyone can watch, like right out of the gate of the new year, and we're seeing something like this. But I do want to say it's probably one of the most beautiful movies I've seen in a long time. Visually stunning, background, and the fact that they've got practical elements and they have CGI, and you can't tell between one or the other. We've watched a lot of superhero CGI movies over the last 5 years that have not been great. And then I see this, and there are things I've never seen on the big screen before. I'm leaning forward in my seat. And if I'm leaning forward, like, it's good because you want to just get even closer to what you're seeing. And this is a leaning forward movie.
It is 2 hours and 36 minutes long. And so if I had a complaint, it would be, I feel like there was probably somewhere where that could have been a little shorter. I didn't feel like, as I was watching it, as I look back, once I saw the total runtime, because I'm thinking of this as like parents who might take their 7 or 8 year olds. The longer the movie gets, the more fidgety a kid tends to get. Now, you hope that they'll get engrossed in the story completely. And it's certainly interesting enough that they could. But I just remember thinking, did we really need everything that we had in there? But I also didn't read the book.
And the answer is yes, and that you're wrong, and it's not long enough.
Okay,
because
it's not long enough.
Usually in most of the movies that we see, we want to cut at least 15 to 30 minutes out of it. Almost every movie I see. And this one, it stopped, and I'm like, I could go 15 minutes more. And this is why most of us have seen Endgame, right? Avengers Endgame.
Right.
And that's a 3-hour movie that to me does not feel like 3 hours. I've seen kids watch this movie. This is the first movie since that movie that I felt like I could turn right back around, walk right back into that theater, and watch it again right then. It's the first time since that movie that I have felt that way.
And see, I felt that way about Dune Part 2. And in fact, I saw Dune Part 2 3 times that year, which in a movie where I'm so crammed with stuff, watching a 3-hour movie, almost 3-hour movie 3 times and never felt bored. To me, the question, not having read the book, is when I watch it a second time, is it going to feel long? Because I have found that some movies, I remember Shazam, the first Shazam, when I watched it the first time, I was like entertained all the way through. I was absorbing the story. I was like, this is super cool. And I was like, I really, really like this. And then when I went back the second time, I realized that I was now just waiting through the first half of the movie for Zachary Levi to appear as Shazam, because I enjoyed that part so much more. Same thing with Phantom Menace. First time I saw it, everything was so cool. And after the 6th time that I watched it the first week, I realized I was just waiting for the pod race and the lightsaber fight at the end. So I'm just saying, with that 2 hour and 36 minute runtime, I didn't feel that way when I rewatched Dune Part 2, and maybe I won't for this. But, could it have been shorter? Maybe. I think it could have.
I don't know where you would cut it, because I really been thinking about what would I cut out. And over the last week, and I just don't know what you would cut out because everything had a meaningful point. Whereas I do agree that Shazam is a one-timer. You do not need to see that movie more than one time. If you had and that's your jam, great. When it comes to Dune, all of those movies have felt long to me, so this will be interesting when we get into the new Dune movie this year. But for me, I feel like you could go back and watch this film and you're going to see something that you didn't see before because it was moving so fast and because there's so much. You have comedy, plus you have drama, plus you've got this super like natural element and you're in space. I feel like you could watch it at least 3 times and see something new every time, and you definitely need to see this in a theater. This is a theater movie. Yeah, yes, if you wait because you've got a larger family or you just don't like to go to the movies and you watch it at home, make sure it's on the biggest screen that you've ever seen in your life. Other than that, go and see this in the theater.
Yeah, IMAX XD, pick the big screen and you'll really enjoy it. It's worth the extra money. We can't say that about every movie that goes to IMAX. All right, I gave it an A. So like I said, if I had a complaint, I gave it an A.
I gave it an A+, man. It's my first A+ of the year. A+, A++, A+.
A++++. All right, still to come on the movie show today, we got a sequel movie that I didn't really care for very much, but I think Val and I are going to disagree on that. Plus, we'll get another voice, our as Jeff Kaplan calls, our gore respondent.
Oh,
Alex Brown will join us. But we've got a lot to come on the movie show, including our movie show question of the week. We're going to recap the Oscars, and there were 2 massive trailers that dropped this week.
Yes.
We'll be talking about that, plus the passing of Chuck Norris, which we learned about this morning, all on the movie show today. We're broadcasting live from My Hearing Centers in Sandy, and we're joined by Matt Deering here on the show. Matt, we always love to be here because, first of all, it's fun to talk to you. And second of all, when I make verbal blunders, you're rarely plussed. You're nonplussed when I do things like that. So I just want to say how much I appreciate it. But let's talk about the hearing aids that we're going to be letting people have a chance to try out risk-free for 30 days. But to do that, they've got to call and make an appointment with My Hearing Centers during the movie show. Let's talk a little bit about the hearing aids themselves. And then I want to ask you, when is the best time to get hearing aids?
Now. Yeah, now.
Yesterday.
If you have a hearing loss, it's best to get it now. A person that waits to get their hearing checked or hearing fixed is going to be more susceptible to those conditions that we talked the last segment. Alzheimer's, dementia. They're more susceptible to anxiety and depression. So all the bad things, right? The things you don't want to deal with. That's what we're trying to avoid by getting hearing loss. Plus, the benefits are even better because now you've got better relationships with your family. You're going to be able to experience the graduations that are going to come up here in a couple of months that if you get it now, you'll be ready for. If you're going to be able to enjoy the family functions that you're in those conversations. So there's really no better time than now, right, to get that corrected if you have a hearing loss. And the other part of your question was, well, what happens to talk about the technology? And you might be like one of the patients that I heard about yesterday where they come in, they've had a hearing loss for a very long time. As a woman who came in with her daughter. A week later, when they showed back up after the appointment with the hearing aids, they just started both sobbing in gratitude to our audiologist for the opportunity that they have now to communicate. They didn't have that for years and years and years, and it strained their relationship, and now they're having fun again together. And that's the fun part about what we do. When we say we change lives, like it was the mom's life we changed, but it was the daughter's life as well. And that's the fun part about doing this for us. And so we're inviting you to come in, have those similar experiences. It could be a great opportunity for you and your loved one to rekindle those connections.
Now, to get this offer of a free hearing evaluation and the chance to try out these risk-free for 30 days, you have to call during the movie show. But to sweeten the pot, to say, you know what, I've heard about this, or, I really think my spouse or my dad or my mom could use this. Maybe it's worth making the effort to try to actually convince them this time. You're throwing in a bonus on top of that.
That's right. If you call, schedule the free appointment, have the hearing evaluation, you have hearing loss, you try the hearing aids risk-free for 30 days. At the end of those 30 days, we'll give you some gift cards to get some movie tickets.
To do that, you got to call 801-701-1629. That's 801-701-1629.
It's It's a KSL bracket update every 15 minutes, brought to you by the Stern Team Omada. At the half, it's Santa Clara 31-29 over Kentucky. Just under 4 minutes left in the first half. Texas Tech has opened up a 12-point lead over Akron. That one is 37-25. Akron had it close for a little while, but Texas Tech is kind of on a run right now. We're just about 15 minutes away, maybe 20 minutes away from Arizona tipping off against Long Island. And then at the top of the hour, or closer to the top of the hour, it'll be Virginia against Wright State. With your KSL bracket update, I'm Jason Jones.
Hey, it's Brian with Olson's Greenhouse. In today's busy world, your home should be your sanctuary, a peaceful retreat where you can unwind, breathe deeply, and recharge. And what better way to create that haven than with flowers? A pop of color in your flower beds, a cheerful container garden by the front door, or a lush patio filled with vibrant blooms can transform any space into a personal oasis. Flowers don't just brighten up your home, they lift your spirits too. Research even shows that surrounding yourself with plants can reduce stress and boost happiness. At Olson's Greenhouse, we grow premium quality plants that make it easy to bring beauty and joy into your life. Whether you prefer bold, eye-catching colors or soft, soothing pastels, we have the perfect flowers to complement your space. And with locally grown plants, you know they're ready to thrive. This spring, create a sanctuary of color and comfort with flowers from Olson's Greenhouse. Find us on Instagram at Olson's Greenhouse Gardens or go to OGG.com to find a retailer near you. That's OGG.com for Olson's Greenhouse Gardens.
Since 1947, Whipple Service Champions has been Utah's most trusted name for heating, cooling, plumbing, and electrical services. Got a high-priced repair bill from another company and you're just not sure about it? Call Whipple. Get a free, no-pressure estimate or bring us their quote for an honest second opinion. Totally free. Whipple Service Champions, Utah's first place for second opinions since 1947. Call 385-273-7167 for your free estimate today. 385-273-7167.
Gear up for adventure at the Utah RV Super Show. Whether you're outfitting a new rig or upgrading your current setup, you'll find everything you need. Awnings, hitches, leveling systems, solar panels, camping gear, and more. Shop top brands and talk directly with experts who can help you hit the road in style. And explore the latest 2026 RV models all under one roof. The Utah RV Super Show takes over the Mountain America Expo Center Thursday, March 19th through Sunday, March 22nd. Learn more at UtahRVSupershow.com.
As a social influencer, my days can be busy. 4 a.m., I hit the gym. 4:32, protein smoothie. 5:08, save time and money bundling my home and auto insurance with Progressive. Wait, if I bundle and save time, what would I do then? Just sit here and reflect? Like, why am I qualified to influence anyone? And how those weights are hollow? And half of my followers are bots.
You could save time and money bundling your home and auto when you switch to Progressive. It's one less thing to worry about during your already busy day. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
Pump up the volume.
Business moves fast. Orders roll in, deadlines close in. When you ship with USPS Ground Advantage, you can keep up with confidence. Every package stays in our secure network from dock to door. And with nationwide reach, dependable tracking, and upfront affordable pricing, you get built-in peace of mind. You run the business. We run the routes. Visit USPS.com/Ground Advantage to learn more.
The Movie Show. The Movie Show on KSL News Radio.
All right. Our movie show question of the week. What movie should have won an Oscar but didn't? Can be any category. We sent that text to question out to the Movie Show Club, and we've gotten some responses. I think, Val, you're going to agree with the first text we got.
Oh.
Saving Private Ryan, full stop.
Yes. Agreed. Can we be best friends? Who is this?
They didn't tell us who it is.
Dang it.
But maybe they will. They're obviously a longtime Movie Show listener because they have texted in to each week's question. Love it. Here's one that I agree with you in spirit, but maybe not reality. UHF with Weird Al.
Oh.
I did love that one. Oscar
Deep
worthy.
cut.
I don't know. We had somebody say definitely Song Sung Blue. Great show all around. What did you think of Song Sung Blue?
I thought it was fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. A vote for Superman the movie, 1978.
Oh.
All right. We'll keep reading. Oh, Jeff also says Saving Private Ryan should have won Best Picture.
I think they're just playing to me. They know that this is my favorite movie.
Well, it's working. And
Yeah.
quickly.
Yeah, I love it.
She's got favorite listeners already. Okay, we do have a movie to review in this segment. It is the latest from Rose Byrne, and it's called Tow, T-O-W. because I had to specify that since the people around me were wondering if I meant toe like the toe on your foot. Well, so what we've got here is this is actually based on a true story. Toe follows a character named Amanda, played by Rose Byrne. She lives in Seattle and she's homeless. She lives in her car, a 91 Toyota Camry.
Oh.
And this is in, well, I mean, this is in like 2017, 20. I mean, the car is old by this point. This is where people have iPhones. So we're at least probably in the early 2010s at the very least. I don't remember if they said specifically. Not that it probably matters, and now I've taken too much time talking about it. At any rate, she's in a job interview. Somebody steals her car, which has all her possessions in it. They find it. The police find it the next day, and they have it towed. She goes to retrieve her car and all of her possessions, and they're like, "Okay, you can get it out of Hawk for $250."
What?
She's like, "I don't have $250. They stole my car. Like, why can't I have my car?" And they said, "Well, because we have fees and everything. This is just how it is." And so she doesn't think she should have to pay anything, but she's like, all right, but she doesn't have the $250. So she waits a couple of days, and then suddenly the fees start going up because each day the fees increase to a point where it reaches $21,674. She obviously can't do this. And what's worse is she actually goes to court to get a court order to make him give her car back, since she wasn't negligent. It wasn't towed away because it was illegally parked. She wins, and the towing company won't do anything.
What? And this is all a true story.
This is all a true story. So this is her 1 year of her life as she tries to get her car back and all of her possessions back. Meanwhile, her daughter's living in Utah. That was a fun little aside. And she doesn't make it home for Christmas. She doesn't make it home for all these things. So it's ruining everything. She ends up needing to stay at a shelter because now she doesn't even have her car. And the shelter is at a church, and it's run by Octavia Spencer. And then there's Ariana DeBose. I mean,
Sounds
it's
like
actually
a phenomenal movie.
I mean, it's really good.
Okay.
It's not, I don't think this is going to get her nominated for another Oscar like she did for If I Had Legs, I Would Kick You. But it's an important true story, and it happens to way more people than you probably think. And it was frustrating. Corbin Burnson plays the lawyer of the tow company, and he's just,
I love him.
He files things to make this as difficult as possible for her. So I think it's a worthwhile look. It's rated R. I think it highlight. This is one of the examples of movies where they can highlight stories that you didn't realize were going on. That when you actually know what's going on, you start to feel kind of incensed for that these things are going on, and these are happening to people who are basically powerless, and they're being held over by people who, I mean, it was a car that was worth, I think they ended up selling the car. The tow company sold it to another.
What?
For
Is that even legal?
$150.
How is this legal?
Well, that's what she wanted to know. So that's what this is called. This is the movie Tow. I actually gave it a B grade, and it is in theaters. It's in limited release, but it's worth watching if you get a chance. I don't know if maybe you'll make it in theaters to see this, but when you get a chance to watch it, I think it is worth a watch. And she does a really good job playing somebody who's struggling with addiction and homelessness. It sounds like she has like a overnight retainer in her mouth the whole movie when she's talking. But,
Plus, it's Rose Byrne.
And it's Rose Byrne, and she's turned out to be quite the actress, versatile. Again, that's Tow, T-O-W, in theaters. We're broadcasting live from My Hearing Centers. I've got Matt Deering with My Hearing Centers with us. We want people to have a chance to try risk-free for 30 days, the latest in hearing aid technology. And Matt, we usually bring this question up, but for new listeners, what if you already have hearing aids? Why would you want to take advantage of this offer?
Yeah. If your hearing aids are fairly new, a couple years old, you're probably okay, especially if they're later technology. I would suggest that take care of them. We can maintain them, and we'll help you out if you need anything. If you have hearing aids that are over 2 years old, you need to come check out new technology. Technology moves fast. It doesn't mean you have to keep them, but just know what's available for when you are ready. The AI technology that's in here already, where we have an AI assistant on your phone. If you're having a difficult time hearing in any situation, you just say, hey, I'm having a hard time. It adjusts your hearing aids automatically. If you accept that adjustment, it programs it into your hearing aids. It sends the data back to our office. So the next time you're in, we know what you're having a hard time with, and we can fine tune it when you're in the office. So
it's like having a consultant with you all the time.
Always. Yeah, that's just one example of many things, many technologies that are in the hearing aids now that you got to take advantage of, especially if you're still changing out batteries. Like stop. Please stop. The rechargeables they last longer. They're easier to maintain. You get some extra protection because we don't have that open battery door where dust and moisture can get into. So again, we're doing this for 30 days on purpose. It's an opportunity for you in a full month to try all the different environments that you're going into, verify that you're happy with it. If you are happy, we have special discounts for you. If you're not happy, you can return it. Either way, we're going to give you those movie tickets as a thank you.
So whether you have hearing aids already, whether you're somebody who wonders if you need hearing aids, here's a chance to find out for free, because this, if you call during the movie show, 801-701-1629 and make the appointment, you'll get the no-cost hearing evaluation. And then, as Matt's saying, 30 days risk-free. Then after the 30-day risk-free trial, whether you keep the hearing aids or not, Matt's going to give you a gift.
Well, the company will.
Matt himself has authorized this gift.
I've only got so much, man. But yeah, come in, please give us a call. We have offices from Ogden all the way down to St. George. We have an office near you. We'll get you in as soon as possible.
801-701-1629.
It's 11:31 at KSL News Radio. I'm Britt Johnson. KSL's top national story. Local story. The effort for the Prop 4 repeal to land on the midterm ballot is currently on razor-thin margin. KSL News Radio's Cameron Elliott has the story.
The battle for the Prop 4 repeal has come down to a margin of just over 100 petitioners in Utah's 15th Senate District after they lost 544 signatures this week. According to the Salt Lake Tribune, Utahns for Representative Government, the organization behind the petition, needs to meet a specific target in 26 of the 29 state Senate districts, which it currently is. However, if these 100 or so signatures were to be removed, it would trigger a chain reaction that would jeopardize the Prop 4 repeal's place on the ballot entirely. Cameron Elliott, KSL News Radio.
This unseasonably warm weather may be detrimental to the bees of the Beehive State.
When you have a warm spring or like a warm winter, they're more active. And so they're moving around more in the hive. And then so they need to consume more of those carbohydrates, more honey to survive. And then they run the risk of starving.
Kelsey Howard, owner of the Telegraph Bee Company, says the problem is especially pronounced in February and March when the bees go into breeding season, which comes with a higher demand for energy. Our top national story this hour from ABC News. ABC has pulled the new season of The Bachelorette, which was supposed to air on Sunday. Taylor Frankie Paul, who was on the Hulu show The Secret Lives of Mormon Wives, is facing domestic violence charges. Paul had pled guilty after a 2023 incident.
The decision coming after new video surfaced of a 2023 physical altercation between Paul and her now ex-boyfriend, Dakota Mortensen. The video, exclusively obtained and posted by TMZ Thursday, shows Paul grappling with Mortensen, putting him in a headlock and kicking him.
ABC's Laura Spencer reporting. Your money at this moment, things are still down. The Dow off 168 points. The S&P is off 51 points. And the NASDAQ has lost 266 points. The KSL Bracket Update every 15 minutes, brought to you by the Stern Team Omada. Here's Jason Jones.
And back and forth we go. Kentucky right now 46-44 over Santa Clara, and Santa Clara just had a 4-point lead just a few minutes ago. I have every reason to believe that this game is going to keep going this way all through the entire time till the end of the game. They've gone to the half. Texas Tech against Akron. Texas Tech with a 5-point lead right now, 40-35 at the half. Don't forget, coming up this afternoon at 2:10, Utah State will be tipping off against Villanova. That's an 8-9 game that we're looking forward to. With your KSL Bracket Update, I'm Jason Jones.
Go Aggies. Follow the NCAA tournament updates and all other sports updates on KSLSports.com. Coming up, record temperatures. KSL weather is next. KSL News Time, 11:34.
A reminder about the simplest way to get updated for your day.
Hit your KSL preset when you jump in the car, and we'll take care of the rest.
Hear key news updates and traffic reports.
Andy and Amanda from 5 to 9 in your car.
KSL News Radio at 102.7 FM.
Hey, if you've been thinking about changing out your windows, now right now this has actually been a perfect week to give you an idea, where we had cold temperatures in the morning, then we have super warm temperatures, record warm temperatures in the afternoon. Is your house feeling like it's never the right temperature? Wouldn't it be nice if it could like stay consistent temperature, the one that you set it indoors all day, so that your heater doesn't have to turn on in the morning and your air conditioner doesn't have to turn on in the middle of the day? Well, replacing your regular windows, your builder grade windows with high efficiency windows can help accomplish that. In fact, it can play one of the most key roles in keeping your house at the same temperature. And that's why my friends at Advanced Window Products are the ones who can take care of you best with this. Now, they've got professional in-house installation crews. The person will come measure your windows. They'll get you set up. They'll talk to you about your financing. And then when it's time to put it in, they did a 2-day job at my house in 1 day. My wife and I replaced 20 of our windows. They said it's probably going to take 2 days. It only took them 1. Honestly, reviews consistently praise Advanced Window Products installers for their cleanliness, their communication, and their craftsmanship. And they're not subcontractors. The homeowners, you're going to get a vetted, trained, full-time crew. We fed them lasagna at my house because they did such a good job. Right now, you can get $2,500 off when you buy 10 windows or more from Advanced Window Products, but you got to call 801-850-9100.
Grand Staircase Escalante is under attack.
Utah politicians are hastily racing to dismantle protections for this special place, one of America's most treasured national monuments and an important part of southern Utah's economy.
An overwhelming majority of Utahns support protecting the Grand Staircase for future generations.
Yet our voices are being ignored by those meant to represent us. Now's the moment to speak up. Learn more about this attack and what could permanently be lost at suwa.org.
Paid for by Southern Utah Wilderness Alliance.
I'm back to doing what I love and more, thanks to the Good Feet store.
Does it feel like someone's stabbing a knife into your heel? Or does your lower back give you problems as the day goes on? The Good Feet store wants to help you, like we helped Ann.
Every time I stood up, pain just shot up my legs. Fortunately, I found the Good Feet store. I went to them after my doctor diagnosed me with plantar fasciitis. And now, thanks to the Good Feet store, I'm 100%.
Wouldn't it be nice to get back to doing what you love, like Patrick did?
I was in constant pain. Somehow my fiance and I found our way into the Good Feet store. Put my foot on the arch support system. I put them in my shoes, my back, my knees, my ankles. Thank you. Thank you, everybody at the Good Feet store. You gave me my active life back.
Learn more or schedule an appointment at goodfeet.com and come in and get your free personalized fitting at the Good Feet store. We have locations in Farmington, Riverton, and Sandy.
Thanks to the Good Feet store.
Traffic and weather together brought to you by UCCU. Build smart, save big. UCCU, love where you bank. Here's Cormac Bone.
We do have a crash. This is on the transition ramp from westbound 215 southbound to a northbound I-15 down in the south interchange. It looks like they are only blocking the right shoulder, perhaps the right lane there. Some light delays just on the transition ramp. If you're on main flow of either of those freeways, you're in good shape. And then otherwise, our major delays are caused by construction. This is eastbound Pioneer Crossing, of course, in Lehigh, approaching Mill Pond Road. It's heavy and slow, but once you pass that, you should be able to get onto I-15 just fine. I-15 from Provo to Ogden, both directions clean and clear. Escape to Copper Rock in southern Utah. World-class golf meets breathtaking scenery, housing, and amenities. Come for the golf, stay for the adventure. Learn more at copperrock.com. Copper Rock, born to be played. Cormac Bone in the KSL Traffic Center.
Our temperatures are 1 to 3 degrees higher than is typical this time of year. Today getting up to 82, as well as tomorrow, Sunday, things will cool off, only getting into the upper 60s. Right now it's 68 degrees and sunny. I'm Britt Johnson from the KSL Common Spirit Health Studios. Listen online at kslnewsradio.com. We're Utah's news, traffic, and weather station.
The Movie Show. The Movie Show on KSL News Radio.
All right, our text question of the week. What movie do you think should have won an Oscar but didn't? Any category. Here's one that's pretty unique. And Val, how do you feel about Galaxy Quest, the movie?
I think it's fun.
Okay, but you don't love it.
I mean, I don't think it should win an Academy
Why
Award.
do you hate it so much?
Oh
No,
my
just-
gosh. Well, it's amazing. I'm so sorry.
Thank you. Now we agree.
Okay.
No, actually, somebody said the actor Enrico Colantoni, who played the main Thermian guy
Yeah.
in Galaxy Quest, feels like that guy was criminally overlooked, and they feel that way because comedies and things like that, the Academy, especially in 1998, 1999,
Yeah.
would never give a chance to. I have to say, that guy did You're talking like this thing. If you didn't know who it was. But anyway, so I do want to give props to our listener who suggested Enrico Colantoni. We got a vote for Tron, the original, for special effects. It was disqualified because computers were used. And now I'm thinking that might be Michael Reagan that texted us that one. Let's see. Quiz Show should have won Best Director and Best Picture back in the 90s. One listener said that. Here's a vote for Hamnet this year.
Okay. I can see that.
Zootopia 2 for Best Animated Feature this year.
I don't agree. Sorry. Love you. No.
Here's a vote from Rick. In 1984, Passage to India should have won Best Film and Best Director for David Lean. And we're reading off some of these in part so people can find out maybe some hidden gems from the past. Or like, oh, I didn't know about that movie. Oh, why does this person think it should have won Best Picture? Maybe they'll try it out.
Put these on your list to watch.
We had 2 big trailers drop this week.
Yes, we did.
Do we want to talk about this before or after we review our movie for this segment? It's up to you, Val.
Now. I want to talk about it now.
We got to talk about it right now. Do we have sound from either of the trailers? Okay. Okay, there's no question which one we're going to talk about first, even though this is going to take up the whole rest of the segment. Spider-Man Brand New Day.
Yes.
Hi, my name is Peter Parker. You don't remember me, but we used to know each other. Something bad was going to happen, and the only way to stop it was to make everyone forget about me. Because I'm not just Peter Parker. I'm Spider-Man.
The Spider-Man Brand New Day trailer shattered a record with almost 720 million views on its first day.
500,000 of those were from me.
Now, Val, you've talked about how you don't like to watch trailers before the movies, with one exception.
Unless it's Marvel.
And then you want to see them all 100 times.
Yes. I mean, especially Spider-Man. If you don't know, I love Spider-Man. I'm a huge fan. And when I saw this trailer, and the soundbite's fine, but seeing it is so much better. So you need to watch this trailer and then let me know what you think.
Okay, because I wasn't overwhelmed by the trailer, and I love Spider-Man. Okay, I don't like.
I think
Superman.
you don't. I think you hate Spider-Man.
I love Spider-Man. So as I was watching the trailer, my biggest thought was, please don't do the Moreland storyline from the comics, because that was one of my less favorite stories, and there were some hints in the trailer that might be where they're going. I hope this is all a big red herring, because I was not a fan of that. However, I am excited by what it looked like. I don't want to spoil anything, but it looked like we got a Scorpion look in there. We've got a look at Sadie Sink, although that's what people tell me. I don't know how you could tell that was Sadie Sink from the
I
clip.
think people see what they want to see.
And of course, this is what your husband was very excited to see.
Yes, Punisher. I got the text this morning because he was fighting me. He did not want to watch this trailer. And then he texted me, Punisher. And I said, yep. That's what I said. Yep.
Yeah. And by the way, I'm next week, Daredevil, Born Again.
So excited.
Are we going to get to see the Punisher in Daredevil Born Again? Who knows? It is coming out before we get to.
If we don't, I'm burning this place to the ground.
Well, don't burn this place to the
Not
ground.
this place.
Go burn somebody else.
I mean, in theory.
Metaphorically. I would burn this place to the ground. So excited.
I'm not violent.
So you've already watched it a bunch of times?
Yes.
Have you analyzed like every scene?
No, I don't do that.
Well, then why watch it so many
because
times?
it's just so much fun and I love it and it makes me happy, and don't judge my life choices.
I'm just asking because when I watch them over and over again, what ends up happening is that it goes into my mind like a laser engraving. So then when I end up watching the movie, I can't not remember the parts. Oh, have I seen this yet? Oh, I wonder where this is going to fit in. And I learned that with Revenge of the Sith back in 2005. I watched all the trailers a bunch of times. Then when I was watching the movie, I was like, oh, wait, this. Yes, thank you. Why didn't you play that for her?
Because
Holy
they
cow!
like me more.
This is just straight up prejudice.
I have an idea about this, though. Okay. You, I bet, watched this and analyzed it, Spider-Man, because it's not your number one fandom. For me, it's my number one fandom, so it just makes me happy. But when I watched the next trailer that we're talking about, I analyze that a little bit more because it's not my number one fandom. I'm like, what are you going to give me that's new? How are you going to make me excited? And this is why I don't watch other trailers, is because I want to go in without all of that judgment. But I wanted to make sure that I saw this trailer because I know it is one of your favorite fandoms.
All right, and that is the Dune, Dune Part 3 is what they're officially calling it.
War feeds on itself. The more I fight, the more our enemies fight back. I'm doing the best I can to protect my family. How did Father do it?
Your father never started a war.
Okay, now I definitely got goosebumps watching this trailer. And this is the thing. I did not like the Dune 1984 movie. I've never read the Dune book. When I went into Dune Part 1, I was really skeptical, like, oh my gosh, this thing is going to be long. And the story was boring and it was weird. And that's what I remembered from Dune 1984. And when I left the theater, I was like, holy cow, they took what was the most boring sounding thing and made it really cool. So then, and I thought that was the best movie of the year. I think it was 2021 when it came out. And that was the stupid simultaneous release on Warner, on HBO Max and in theaters because Warner was still doing the post-COVID thing. Then I go to Dune Part 2 thinking, well, all right, the first part was pretty cool. Could the second part be as cool? And then I thought it was even better than the first part. I
did think Dune 2 was better, for sure.
And I'm like, oh my gosh, I don't know the story. I almost don't want to know the story because I've been enjoying finding it out this way so much that I almost didn't want to watch this trailer more than once because I just want to go and sort of be hopefully blown away a third time. I don't know if it's possible, but Denis done it twice. I don't know why he couldn't do it a third time.
Well, and this is now we're outside of the book. I didn't know if you knew this. So the first two movies,
of the first book,
yes. So now, but the character, they're now going a little bit outside of that book as well. So if you are a fan of any of the stories of Dune, you now have to get into the realm that a Spider-Man or Star Wars fans or Marvel fans, you're getting outside of the canon. So please don't get all angry if.
Oh, they will though.
I mean,
because there's no way not to.
I feel like there is. You can just enjoy your life, and so this is how you can decide, right? It's really hard to read those Dune books. I even tried to listen and I couldn't get through them. So the fact that they've taken this idea, like you said, that is kind of really hard to deal with and kind of boring, and they've turned it into this franchise, and Zendaya is just making bank off of Dune
by the way,
and
she's in
Spider-Man
both,
and everything.
I remember thinking when I saw Dune Part 2, the chemistry with Chalamet that she had, I was like, I bet Tom Holland's watching this going, I got to make me another Spider-Man movie quick. So here we go. We got that.
Nah, he's not scared.
No, because they're probably married as far as we know.
They are married.
Well,
they are.
They never said
I think they got married
sure.
like a year and a half ago.
Probably. Good for them if they can keep it a secret in today's day and age. All right. We've still got to come on the movie show. We're going to review the movie Ready or Not 2, Here I Come. We've got the movie show top 10. We've got big streaming, and we've got to react to the Oscars, Val, since they happened Sunday. And yeah, it was 5 days ago, but we got to get the movie show folks take
yeah,
on
or it doesn't count.
Or it doesn't matter, really. All right. We'll talk about that still to come on the movie show. We're broadcasting live from My Hearing Centers in Sandy, and if we can get Matt to turn away from this Dune trailer, which is super awesome, so I'm okay with you doing that.
Now I'm thinking like Timothy or Tom, like Team Timothy or Team Tom.
You can be Team both T's.
I mean, think about Timothy Chalamet's problem in this movie. He's got to choose between Florence Pugh or Zendaya. I mean, the rough life choices that some people have, I tell you. All right, no, but let's talk about interestingly enough. No, but I think this brings up a good thing because some of the technology in the new hearing aids means you can go to see a movie like this that definitely needs to be experienced on the big screen.
For sure.
And you'll get the best sound quality, the most direct to you sound quality, even over the people sitting in the auditorium.
Yeah, if you're a moviegoer and then you have hearing loss, so you've been going to a lot of movies and then you develop a hearing loss, it destroys movies for you. And there's people right now listening like, I totally know what he's talking about. It's destroying because you go in there, oh, it's this new sound system and it's wrong. You think it's not wrong. It's right. It's really cool in the theaters watching a movie like Dune. What we have now in the technology is a T-coil. You can go into any theater here in Utah with this T-coil technology, sit down in any seat you'd like to, and that sound can get streamed right into your hearing aids at your prescription. And so when Timothy or Tom is facing away from you and doing their dialogue, you're going to still hear it in your hearing aid at the prescription you need, and you're going to understand things that maybe even your neighbor's not hearing or getting.
So you actually get a better experience.
You do, and I've done it a couple times, and it's really, really fun, and it's really cool.
Than what Gustavo calls the normies.
I don't know what that means.
The quote-unquote normal people, the regular folk.
Okay.
Who are just like...
Gustavo's got a weird sense of humor.
Yes, he does. But here's the chance. During the movie show, if you call and make an appointment for you or a loved one, you'll get a no-cost hearing evaluation and a risk-free 30-day trial of these hearing aids. And Matt, really quick, let's talk about when it comes time. Let's say you try them out, you love them. How are they going to pay for this? Is insurance help out with this? How does it work?
Yeah. So the new year, new insurance. So you might have to cover a deductible this time. You might not. I don't know your insurance, depending on the insurance you have. If you do need some additional help above that, we have financing, 0% financing that's available upon approved credit. I got to say that. So we're going to try to make it as painless as possible. I mean, the reality though is it's the value against what you're gaining back. Right. And that's what we're going to go through. And you'll get that in the office as you're going through the hearing evaluation. We're going to do a familiar voice test and you're going to be able to hear your loved one again. We're going to do a test where we can actually show you how you can hear in normal environments. If you have a specific hearing loss, we even take you outside and show you right away, like you can hear the birds again, and you can hear individuals talking, and you can hear all those environmental things that you're missing out on right now. Whenever Stone holds up that thing, I don't know what I'm supposed to do.
He's holding it up for me. It's good.
Okay.
No, but I like that you're talking about these things because there's some things that you quote unquote can't put a price on. Being able to hear and everything that comes with that. I mean, but you're going to work with them so that whatever price you do have to put on it, it's going to be the least amount that you have to pay.
Yeah, with the best technology that's appropriate for you, depending on your lifestyle. So come in, try, do the free hearing evaluation, try the hearing aids risk-free. Even if you're not ready to commit fully, risk-free for 30 days. At the end of 30 days, we'll give you a gift card to go get some movie tickets and go see maybe Dune 3. I don't know. It's going to be a couple months.
December.
It's going to be a couple months, so maybe something else before then.
Yeah, I have to choose between
Spider-Man.
Dune 3 and Avengers Doomsday on the same day.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's a tough choice. 801-701-1629 is the number. 801-701-1629.
It's a KSL bracket update every 15 minutes, brought to you by the Stern Team Omada. Biggest lead for Kentucky in this game, 6 points. Biggest lead for Santa Clara in this game, 4 points. Right now, it is a 1-point lead for Santa Clara over Kentucky. 8 minutes, 11 seconds left in the game. This one's going to be great the entire way. They have tipped off. Arizona is now, right now, 19-6 over Long Island. They have the lead there. And coming out of the half right now, Texas Tech with a 5-point lead over Akron, 40-35. Getting ready for the tip-off again. Virginia is going to be in action in just a second against Wright State. With your KSL bracket update, I'm Jason Jones.
Buying a home or refinancing can be complicated. So who do you call? Who's trustworthy, has decades of experience, and can get you a loan done quickly? Who will work hard for you to find the great rate and reasonable closing costs? The answer is clear. Loans by Rick. Right now, Loans by Rick is giving a 30-year fixed rate at 5.5% and a 15-year fixed at just 4.625%.
He can't do that.
Oh, yes, he can. For over 25 years, Rick has helped people navigate the mortgage process and get the financing they need to buy a home or refinance. That even includes paying off debt with a cash-out refi. And because Loans by Rick works with over 80 bank and lending relationships, we shop multiple lenders to find you the very best deal. Whether you're buying a home or refinancing, call Loans by Rick at 801-809-SAVE. That's 801-809-SAVE, or visit loansbyrick.com. Rick Urgemont, NMLS 241179, Vintage Lending, NMLS 287106, Equal Housing Lender, 30-year APR 5.78%, 15-year APR 4.78%. Some restrictions apply.
Why'd I go to the doctor? Working on the farm, my heart kept skipping a beat. I didn't think much of it, but my daughters made me get checked out. Turns out I have atrial fibrillation, which increases the risk of stroke about 5 times.
Symptoms like irregular heartbeat, heart racing, chest pain, shortness of breath, fatigue, or lightheadedness can come and go. But if it's AFib, the risk of stroke remains. If you have symptoms, contact a doctor.
I'm so glad I did.
Visit notimetowait.com. Sponsored by Bristol Myers Squibb and Pfizer.
Pump up the volume. Business moves fast. Orders roll in, deadlines close in. When you ship with USPS Ground Advantage, you can keep up with confidence. Every package stays in our secure network from dock to door. And with nationwide reach, dependable tracking, and upfront affordable pricing, you get built-in peace of mind. You run the business. We run the routes. Visit USPS.com/groundadvantage to learn more.
Respiratory virus season is quickly approaching, meaning we'll see more flu, COVID, and RSV in our community. The good news is vaccines are available that will help prevent these infections and keep people healthy. For flu and COVID, everyone aged 6 months and older are recommended to be vaccinated to help protect ourselves and our families against serious illness. Fall remains the best time to be vaccinated. Respiratory viruses circulate year-round, but peak late fall through winter. Your doctor can recommend which vaccines are best for you and your family.
Brought to you by Intermountain Health and KSL News Radio.
Make sure that your home's heating and cooling systems is in shape for whatever the season will bring with expert and community trusted service you can rely on from Call Climate Services. Industry-leading products, outstanding service, and customized comfort is what you can look forward to when working with Call Climate Services. Call Climate Services has worked hard to achieve and maintain premier dealer status with Lennox. This status is achieved with specialty equipment training and customer satisfaction ratings of 4 stars and above. Offering a wide assortment of Lennox equipment, Call Climate Services will ensure your family's home comfort system needs are met. Call today at 801-298-4810. That's 801-298-4810. Or visit Call Climate Services online at callclimate.com to learn more about how you can experience the premier dealer difference today at Call Climate Services, 801-298-4810. Dealer license number 358-234-5501.
This is Derek Miller speaking on business. Huntsman Mental Health Foundation raises funds and awareness to transform how the world treats and supports mental health. As the fundraising arm for Huntsman Mental Health Institute, it expands research, care, and services to those who need them. President Miranda Bernard joins us with more.
Most Americans believe we are in a mental health crisis. 1 in every 2 people will qualify for a mental health diagnosis in their lifetime, but just 2% of philanthropic dollars go to mental health causes. Huntsman Mental Health Foundation is working to change that, and we're making it easier than ever for Utahns to work together to make the biggest difference for our community. Every leader and team member at every company in our state will have employees, customers, neighbors, family, and friends who will struggle with mental health. And today, suicide remains a leading cause of death among Utah youth. Nobody, especially a child, should die from a mental health issue. But these statistics are not just alarming, they are a call to action. Join us at Huntsman Mental Health Foundation. We're partnering with Utah businesses to transform the way mental health is treated, cared for, and researched forever.
Huntsman Mental Health Foundation continues to lead a statewide call to action, uniting businesses and communities to transform mental health care, research, and outcomes. Get involved at huntsmanmentalhealthfoundation.org. I'm Derek Miller with the Salt Lake Chamber, speaking on business.
10, 9. The KSL Movie Show Top 10.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
It's the Movie Show Top 10, sponsored by Call Climate Services. From repair to replacement and installation, callclimate.com. The top 10 movies of the past week, what they made at the box office, and what Val and I thought of it. Number 10, Crime 101. This is the crime thriller starring Chris Hemsworth and Mark Ruffalo and Halle Berry, and it was decent.
It was fine.
It's one you can catch on streaming, though, without too much worry. Number 9, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2, The Secret of the Ooze. It has made $80 million in, what is it, 30 years now? 35 years.
Like,
but
what?
it made, here's the funny thing, $1.5 million of it was last week on the re-release celebrating the anniversary of it. This is actually one I never got to. I know, like, it had Vanilla Ice in it and all that stuff.
It was oozy.
I loved the first one, and then I just never made it to the second one.
I mean, it's got Vanilla Ice. You got to see it.
I mean, what was the song? Turtle something? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
Some. Then number 8, Wuthering Heights. This was the this one is actually the box office king of the year so far of movies released this year, which I think Project Hail Mary might eclipse in its first weekend. I mean,
yeah, it's going to.
It's made $83 million in 5 weeks domestically. By the way, we actually had a few people text us at the end of the first segment saying, "What's this movie that Val gave A++ to?"
Oh,
and so just so everybody knows, Project Hail Mary, our big movie of the week, got an A from me and an A with several pluses from Val. So that'll be our number 1 next week. But this week we go to number 7, Kiki's Delivery Service. Didn't see it. Don't know what it is. It's probably animated, I'm guessing. Maybe anime.
Oh, Studio Ghibli?
Is that a re-release? Okay, Stone telling us that's a re-release of a Studio Ghibli movie. Number 6, Val's favorite movie this year so far, other than Project Hail Mary, The Bride.
I don't know
Just
that it's my favorite, but I really enjoyed it, and I never got a chance to talk about it, and I really liked it.
Okay, well, we don't have time for you to talk about
No.
it this week. If it stays in the top 10 next week.
Sweet.
Number 5, the animated movie Goat, the basketball, if Zootopia had a basketball team. I liked it. Number 4, Scream 7 with 8.5 million, 110 in 3 weeks.
Your favorite movie of the year.
Number 3, Undertone. It made 9.3 million in its first week, which is good for number 3. Number 2, the Colleen Hoover novel adaptation, our big movie of last week, Reminders of Him. It made 18 million over the weekend. And the number 1 movie at the box office for the second week in a row was Hoppers.
Wow.
It made 30 million in week 2. I bet it's going to be in the top 3 this week as well. Still to come on the movie show, Oscars talk.
KSL FM Midvale.
KSL Salt Lake City.
From the KSL Common Spirit Health Studios, this is KSL News Radio.
Utah's news, traffic, and weather station.
12 o'clock at KSL News Radio. I'm Claire Scott. KSL's top story this hour. The president of Iron County School Board is stepping down. The school district confirmed to KSL that Ben Johnson submitted his resignation this week. He became president in 2023 and was supposed to serve on the board until early 2029. The reason for his departure is unclear. Our top national story this hour from ABC News. As Iran continues targeting oil facilities across the Middle East, President Trump has turned his attention to the leadership there. Here's ABC's Karen Travers.
President Trump said on Friday that U.S. strikes against Iran have eliminated several layers of that country's leadership.
We're having a hard time. We want to talk to them, and there's nobody to talk to. We have nobody to talk to. And you know what? We like it that way.
Director of National Intelligence Tulsi Gabbard told lawmakers this week the Iranian regime appears to be intact, but was largely degraded by these U.S. operations. Karen Travers, ABC News, the White House.
Your money at this moment. The Dow is down 229 points. The S&P is down 64 points. The KSL bracket update every 15 minutes, brought to you by the Stern Team Omada. Here's Jason Jones. Jason?
It's a 4-screen day in the studio today, and we got them all going with basketball. Kentucky 67-64 over Santa Clara right now. Just over 4 minutes left in the game there. Texas Tech came out of the break pretty hot, built a bigger lead over Akron, but it's 7 points right now, 50-43. Arizona with the early 29-18 lead over Long Island, and Virginia early 7-5 lead over Wright State. With your KSL bracket update, I'm Jason Jones.
Follow NCAA tournament updates and all other sports updates on KSLSports.com. Coming up, record-breaking heat is far from over. KSL weather is next. KSL News Time, 12:02.
Jackson Hewitt has a great tax prep deal, $149 or less. Missing out is like ignoring the check engine light in your car. You'll regret it. Seriously, the price is only $149 or less, no matter how complicated, so don't wait. Like when you get a password expires today alert, or you're shopping online and there's only one item left. It's like your taxes are in the cart, just complete the purchase. Hurry! This deal for $149 or less is like your phone at 1%. It's about to power down. Limited time offer for new clients on federal returns. Participating locations only. Terms at jacksonhewitt.com/149.
Progressive presents a guided meditation.
Hear the birds sing. A chipmunk nibbling on an acorn. Smell the pine needles gently falling into your living room as the breeze blows through the gaping hole in your roof. Gaze up at that broken tree branch and relax, because you bundled your home and auto with Progressive and have the peace of mind of 24/7 protection. So relaxing.
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
If you've saved more than $300,000, there's one thing you can do now that can make your savings go twice as far in retirement. And it's tax planning. That's right. Tax planning could significantly reduce the taxes on your IRA and 401k withdrawals, Social Security benefits, and other investment income. Find out how much money you could save with a free retirement tax savings analysis from the good people at Boss Retirement Solutions. To schedule your free analysis, call 801-896-9622. Tax planning for retirement could reduce your taxes not just for 1 year, but for the rest of your life. And the savings could be 6 figures. Let's find out how much money you could save. Call 801-896-9622. 801-896-9622.
For informational purposes only, actual results may vary. No statement contained herein shall constitute tax, legal, or investment advice. Advisory services offered through Boss Retirement Advisors, an SEC-registered investment advisor. Insurance products and services offered through Boss Retirement Solutions.
Any Hour Services free furnace sale is going on right now. If you haven't scheduled your free estimate yet, do it now. Call Any Hour Services today or schedule online at anyhourservices.com.
We've really slowed down.
Much calmer.
Very quiet.
Ovation Homes, single-level living with fewer obstacles and more opportunities. You never have to act your age at Ovation Homes. To learn more about your next home, find a community, or speak to an Ovation specialist, visit OvationHomesUtah.com. That's OvationHomesUtah.com.
Let's be responsible.
Yeah, absolutely.
That counts.
Safe, secure, and built for comfort, with locations in Syracuse, West Point, and Layton. Downsize without compromise, with a home that truly fits your lifestyle. To learn more and see all the amenities, visit OvationHomesUtah.com. That's OvationHomesUtah.com. Your best years start at Ovation Homes.
Traffic and weather together every 10 minutes on the 9s, brought to you by UCCU. Build smart, save big with construction loans at UCCU. Here's Cormac Bone.
We do have some light delays creeping on to main flow I-215 south belt at the south interchange. This is because there's a crash blocking a right lane and shoulder on the transition ramp from westbound I-215 to northbound I-15. And again, some light delays creeping on to westbound 215 south belt there, where we have some heavier delays. Still construction giving drivers grief in Lehigh, eastbound Pioneer Crossing. That starts all the way back toward almost 500 west, and it is slow and go until you get onto I-15. If you're on I-15, there are no delays or accidents between Provo and Ogden, both directions. The largest gift boutique is here, Simple Treasures, this week at the Western Sports Park. 250 premier handcrafted items, home and yard decor, trending clothing, jewelry, plus yummy treats. Visit simpletreasures.boutique. Cormac Bone in the KSL Traffic Center.
A high of 82 today and tomorrow. Things get a little cooler on Sunday, but then it's back to record-breaking highs in the mid-70s on Monday. Right now it is 70 and sunny. I'm Claire Scott from the KSL Common Spirit Health Studios. Listen online at kslnewsradio.com for Utah's news, traffic, and weather station.
Lights, camera, action. It's the KSL Movie Show.
Is that the only monologue that you got?
The week's big movie review.
I'm all over it, G.
Movie news, games, and prizes.
Start talking and talk fast.
Here's Andy Farnsworth.
Andy's a real special kid.
And Valerie Cameron.
Look who knows so much, huh?
On KSL News Radio, 102.7 FM and 1160 AM.
All right, we had another movie come into theaters this week that probably has at least more than passing interest for a lot of people, and that is the movie Ready or Not 2, Here I Come.
The heads of the council families will try to kill you and your sister. Whoever does wins the high seat and controls everything.
Everything?
The world.
You're telling me you didn't know your fiancé was in a devil cult? Listen, if you don't do exactly what I say, we are going to die.
All right, so this is a very violent sequel to a very violent movie from a couple years ago. Ready or Not 2, Here I Come brings back Samara Weaving as Grace. She's a woman who barely survived her wedding day in the first movie when her super wealthy in-laws started to hunt her as part of a satanic ritual. Now, more super rich people want to hunt her.
There's more rich people?
More. And this time her sister Faith is involved as being hunted, and Faith is played by Catherine Newton.
This is a really fun cast, and I did not watch the original. I thought I had seen it. I haven't seen it, and I actually really enjoyed this film. And we've talked about it before. You and I do not like horror films, but this isn't really a horror film. It's like a comedy that has some blood in it.
It's a gorer film, kind of.
Did you think it was super gory?
Yes.
It just had a
buckets
few,
of blood.
but just
people
like a
are
few
exploding
times.
and blood splatters all over everybody's
like,
faces.
A few times. It was.
No, there's none of that, thankfully.
No, there is a lot of blood, but to me, it's so funny that it seems like a Looney Tunes version of a horror film.
I will give you that. There was a goofiness to it, I thought, that made it slightly more palatable. It felt kind of like a mashup of several different action survival thriller type things. I think of the episode. It made me think of the episode Paintball from Community.
Oh my goodness.
Where you've got all these kind of crazy things happening with kind of different kinds of characters. And, but you know, it was so gory, and I just am not a fan of the devil worship stuff. And so that really turned it off. And, you know, I was talking with somebody after the movie where it wasn't like a thing where they just threw this in, but it was like central to the plot. Like you couldn't take that part out and still have the rest of this movie. And it just, so for me, this was a big miss. I gave it a D+.
Oh my gosh, we are on opposite sides of the spectrum for this, because anytime you are going to take Elijah Wood, Hobbit, one of my favorite Hobbits, you're going to throw in another ring, and then he says, "Hell, Satan," I'm going to laugh all day
He's
long.
like the devil's lawyer.
He
basically.
is. And again, to me, it's just all so comical that I'm not taking
Was that
it
you
seriously.
who made that joke in the screening? Because that was really funny.
I'm
Our sound
gonna
went
take
down.
full credit.
The sound went down on the thing, and it was right at this part where there's this sigil ring that everybody
Yes,
wants,
that
and they're
was
like,
me.
"Oh, look, a hobbit's chasing the ring."
Yep, that was me. That was me. For real, though. I'm not just taking the credit of someone else. But the cast was so much fun. It was so ridiculous. And yes, there's exploding blood bubbles everywhere. But again, so ridiculous that for me, this is a B+.
That's okay.
It's
So
a
B+
plus
from
for
you,
me. Yeah.
a D+ from me. Well, I took our Jeff Kaplan coined this term, our correspondent, Alex Brown, with us to see this, because I knew that I was probably going to be the wrong audience for this movie. So here's what Alex thought of Ready or Not 2. Here I come.
Who wants to play a game?
It's time for hide and seek.
Run, run, run.
There are a few films that can make you feel like a kid again watching old Looney Tune reruns. And this is one of them, only with a little more gore. This film takes the dial and shoulder jabs it to 11. If you like the previous film, you are going to get a kick out of this newest installment. Ready or Not 2, like other horror comedies such as Army of Darkness, toe the line between being silly and being their own version of Rambo. There's blood, fighting, guts, jokes, and some beautiful cinematography in this battle among the world's elites. While the film can feel a little bloated at times, it is a thrill ride that I wholly welcome spending a little more time on. I give this film 8 body explosions out of 10.
Here I come.
8 body explosions out of 10. That's actually not the whole total number of body explosions,
No.
I don't think, from the movie. But
This is very rated R, by the way.
oh, yes, yes.
There
For
are so many swears.
strong, bloody violence, gore, pervasive language, and brief drug use. You know, the difference between Army of Darkness and something like this, to me, the difference is Army of Darkness at no point takes itself seriously or anything realistic. I mean, the dude has a chainsaw hand, for heaven's
Right.
sake. Whereas this one, there's that little bit of realism element, like how is she going to survive? You know, there's all these different things, and the fantastical element comes in with the people exploding and stuff like that. But I don't know, it didn't work for me.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
There you go. Ready or Not 2, Here I Come, rated R. All right. The Oscars were Sunday. We did our picks. But Val, I wanted to get your thoughts. Oh, by the way, also thanks to Alex Brown, our correspondent,
Thanks,
for his
Alex.
thoughts
We're
on it.
best friends.
Tell us, what were some of your reactions to the Oscars this Sunday? You know, the ones that you wanted to win, which ones that you wanted to win actually won?
A few of them actually won. Now, I was hoping Sinners was gonna win a little bit more than it did, but I love that Ryan Coogler got, for writing. Jessie Buckley was so happy that she got that. She's just amazing. She keeps impressing me. So I was very happy about those. And we had a lot of record-breaking female wins, which was really, really cool. So the director of K-pop, she won in a few different categories. And so to me, that was amazing. And then we had Ryan Coogler's cinematographer. He always hires women. I did not know this. And she won, and she was the first female cinematographer to win that category.
And it was Sinners that won the first ever casting award. Is that right?
Yes, it was.
All right. So, Best Picture. What do you think?
I get why people like that film. It's not my favorite film. I don't even think it should have been in the top 10 movies of the year. But I get it. I get why people like it, but I disagree with it.
I didn't walk out of it saying that was the best movie I saw that year. Now, that doesn't have to be a requisite. That's just if I had a vote, that wouldn't have got my vote. However, I did really like DiCaprio. I thought it was an entertaining movie. I felt like it was I don't know. It felt like it felt closer to Once Upon a Time in Hollywood by Tarantino, where it's
not quite
just
as
got
good?
a little bit of silly, but no, not quite as good. Because I thought that's the only Tarantino film I could honestly say I actually liked watching. But
And Sean Penn, he was my pick for Best Actor, so I'm really glad that he got that.
he got he was Best Supporting Actor.
Best
wasn't he?
Supporting Actor. It
Yeah,
was
and
some actor
that's
category.
when it gets into weird things like what's the supporting, that's a whole other story. All right, so that was the Oscars, and I watched a third of it. Then I just kept up on my email for the rest of it.
I get it. It's not everybody's cup of tea anymore, but I have been watching it since I was like 4 years old, since I can remember watching TV. And, when I went to film school, I was like, I'm going to have an Oscar by the time I'm 30. Well, guess what? I'm not 30. I still don't have one, but I still watch the show.
Well, I'll get you a plastic Oscar.
Yay,
that you can
thank
say you got
you.
one. All right, now our movie show question of the week: what movie should have won an Oscar but didn't? Any category. We had a vote for Train Dreams from this past year because the story of logging with the railroad and how trauma affects us if we're all by ourselves.
I would rather that have won over One Battle After Another.
Now, here's a listener I can agree with: Top Gun Maverick. I thought that was the best movie I saw that year.
So good.
Let's see. We got 2 more votes for Song Sung Blue. So some people really, really liked that. She did not win. Actually, I think Charlene is wishing that Kate Hudson had won for Song Sung Blue.
I thought she did good. The movie was good, but again, it wasn't a theatrical film. It was, I watched it at home and I felt fine watching it at home, and that's what I think it was made for.
Eric says Back to the Future. Love Back to the
Love
Future.
it.
By the way, my 2 picks.
Okay.
Star Wars 1977. It lost to Annie Hall.
Yeah. For
And-
more than one reason, I think that should have won.
I mean, yeah. And it's easier sometimes in retrospect to say which movie ended up having a bigger impact on the history of Hollywood, and Star Wars definitely did. And then Dune Part 2. That was the best movie I saw that year, and I just hated how little love
Who won?
it got.
Who won?
Oppenheimer, I believe, was 2023.
I'm not mad at it. Yeah.
I liked Oppenheimer better on the second watch than I did on the first
really?
watch. Yeah, because once I
Interesting.
kind of understood what he was trying to do. But this is what I hate about now I can't even think of his name.
Yeah. I get what you're saying.
He makes you, oh wow. It's almost like an arrogancy. Like, you're not going to get everything in this movie in the first watch. You're going to need to watch it more than once.
I got it in the first watch.
I don't know. I thought I got it better on the second watch.
It is a movie I've seen
Why
4
can't
times.
I think of his name?
Well, I mean, he did Tenet, and I'm really like, that movie was one of those that Christopher Nolan, right?
There we go.
And he to me, I respect him so much because he is such a scientist when it comes to sound.
Mm-hmm.
So when you listen to his movies, he really is trying to push the sound barrier. It doesn't always work out like Tenet. But in this Oppenheimer, I think just like the scientists in this movie, he was spot on with his sound and the black and white elements of the film to get you through these different parts. It was so well crafted to me.
All right. That's a good case, but Dune Part 2 was better. So, all righty. We're going to take a break on the movie show. When we come back, we've got our big streaming reviews to go over. Plus, we still have telephone torture to come. We're broadcasting live from My Hearing Centers in Sandy, and we're joined now by Matt Deering to talk about the offer that My Hearing Centers is offering, but you have to call during the movie show between now and 1 o'clock to take advantage of this offer. The number is 801-701-1629. And when you do make that call, Matt, what are you going to set up? What are the people calling in to do?
We're going to schedule a free hearing evaluation where we take quite a bit of time to extensively evaluate how you're hearing and how you could be hearing if you did have a hearing loss, and we could correct it.
All right. So you do that. Then after you find out if there's some hearing loss, then you check to see if these brand new hearing aids will correct it.
Yeah, we let you take it home risk-free for 30 days. The hearing aid actually collects data during those 30 days. How often did you turn the volume up or down? How often are you wearing the hearing aids? It doesn't track you. There's no GPS, so we don't know where you are. But at the end of that, when you're coming back, we kind of get an idea of like how is this working for you? You can share your own feedback, and we use that feedback to better help our other patients as well.
It links to your cell phone. It keeps track of different conversations better, almost as good or better than the human brain can do.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. The new technology is actually, and I don't know how it does it. I mean, I'm not the engineer. It's able to track an individual in space, not the space, but in the area around you, right? And so it tracks you as you move about a room, and so the conversation continues to happen even though you're moving. A lot of times with hearing aids, you have to be directional. You have to be looking at the person. And now with the new technology, you can actually just kind of move around and have a conversation and talk. It's not always the best way to talk, but this does help you out if you do.
Your hearing aid can directly link to your television. Your hearing aid can directly link through T-Coil in a movie theater, or even at like a live theater, place like Hale Center Theater. You can actually hear them talking directly to you.
Yeah, and not to leave out the Eccles there too.
Yes.
Live theater throughout the Wasatch Front. And so if you want to experience this, you can risk-free with My Hearing Centers. You just need to give us a call. We'll do the evaluation. And at the end of the 30-day risk-free trial, I also want to mention we'll give you some movie tickets as a thank you.
What a great bonus. 801-701-1629.
It's a KSL bracket update every 15 minutes, brought to you by the Sturm Team Omada. This is why we love the NCAA tournament. Santa Clara and Kentucky. Santa Clara hits a shot, a three-pointer with 2.4 seconds left, and then at the buzzer, just over half court, UK ties it up, and they're going to overtime. 73-73 at the start of overtime in that game there. Texas Tech right now with a 7-point lead over Akron, 64-57 with 10 minutes left in that game. Arizona's up 22 points over Long Island right now. Now, Virginia was the first 1 seed ever to lose to a 16 seed when they lost to UMBC a few years ago. And now they are a 3 seed, but they are trailing the 14 seed Wright State 24-23. About 10 minutes left in the first half there. With your KSL bracket update, I'm Jason Jones.
Think about this. In 2006, $20,000 equaled roughly 33 ounces of gold at the spot price. At today's prices, those 33 ounces would be worth over $150,000. Smart Americans diversify a portion of their savings into precious metals. That's why I buy gold from Birch Gold Group. It's a crucial part of my balanced strategy. Gives me peace of mind given all the events that could impact the U.S. economy. See if holding gold in a tax-sheltered retirement account is right for you too. Birch Gold can help you convert an existing IRA or 401k into an IRA in gold. Just text my name, Dan, to the number 989898 to receive your free info kit on gold. There's no obligation, just useful information. With an A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau and tens of thousands of happy customers, let Birch Gold help you diversify with gold. Now that's peace of mind. Text Dan to 989898. Again, text my name, Dan, to the number 989898 today. Message and data rates apply.
Are you looking for a fun way to get your kids outside and off their screens this spring? Try flower gardening. Starting a beautiful flower bed or easy container garden is a great hands-on way to spend quality time together while teaching kids about nature. They'll love digging in the dirt, picking out their favorite flowers, and watching them bloom, all while making real, lasting memories. Plus, gardening is a great way to slow down, soak up some sunshine, and enjoy the fresh air as a family. This is Brian with Olson's Greenhouse, and my family has been growing flowers with care for 4 generations right here in Utah. Whether you have a big sunny backyard or just a small shady front porch, our colorful, locally grown flowers make it easy to add beauty to your home. So this spring, start with a new family tradition, one that grows with your kids. Get inspiration at Olson's Greenhouse Gardens on Instagram or find a garden center near you at ogg.com. That's ogg.com for Olson's Greenhouse Gardens.
Every day here in Utah, people turn to KSL News Radio for one simple reason: trust. Trust for our reporters, hosts, our coverage, and trust in the businesses heard right here. I've met so many of our listeners over the years, and they'll tell you KSL is part of their daily routine, in the car, at work, at home. And when they hear your business here, it carries the weight of that trust. It isn't just another ad. It's a recommendation coming from a reliable source. When you advertise on KSL News Radio, you reach a loyal, highly engaged audience who listens intentionally. They show up for breaking news, accurate information, and meaningful conversations. And because of that connection, they respond. And when you pair our on-air credibility with digital tools like display advertising, social media, streaming audio, search, geo-targeting, and retargeting, you get a full funnel strategy that works and reaches the right people at the right time. Get marketing that truly moves the needle. Partner with the voice Utah trusts. KSL. Learn more at kslnewsradio.com/advertise.
As the #1 small business lender, Zions Bank helps entrepreneurs reach and exceed their goals. Visit your local branch or zionsbank.com/SBA. Equal housing lender.
It's The Movie Show Streaming Reviews on KSL News Radio.
All right, our big streaming review of this week is a movie that actually got a theatrical release a couple of weeks ago, but it was always intended to eventually go to Netflix, and that is Peaky Blinders, The Immortal Man.
I need to know that you are willing to take part in an act of treason that will decide this war for Germany.
I'm looking for me, son.
Everybody stay calm, because this man, ladies and gentlemen, is Tommy Shelby.
Tommy Shelby is back. This is Peaky Blinders, and it is not the series. This is actually on the big screen, and now you can be watching it on the little screen as well. We have a couple things that I really like here, and it's World War II and Peaky Blinders all together. Yes, you have Tommy Shelby. He returns for a self-imposed exile. He actually left the world of being a gangster to go write a book, and he came back to see what was going on with him, his son, and if you didn't know this, and you would know it if you watched the show, but I'm going to give you a little hint. He has 2 sons, and he wants to know the future of his family, and his country is at stake.
Wait,
and
what? Where is this set? I haven't seen any Peaky Blinders.
So this is in
Is it
the
Ireland
UK.
or the
It's
in the UK.
There's a few different places that it takes place, and I don't want to give everything out for this show. You're going to see a lot of people from the actual show that you like. Some of your favorites are coming back. They give tributes to some of the people who have passed on, both in the show and in real life. So you're gonna, if you love the show, you're gonna have some teary moments just for what it gives you. But we want to know what this legacy is going to bring, and that's what he's trying to figure out. Now, I have to tell you that when we talk about pacing in a film compared to pacing in a television show or in a series, you've got to be really careful. And for me, I did watch the screener at my house, and I wished I would have seen it in the theater because it is a very different pace than the television show. So when you're a fan of something, you kind of have that expectation of how something is going to move. And the way they set the pacing in this, and the way that they use both the cinematography and the score, they're almost their own characters. And Peaky Blinders in general has fantastic coloring, fantastic cinematography, but when it becomes a character of the film, and when the score becomes a character of the film, that brings a whole different level. But I wish it would have gone a little bit faster for me. And because of that, I give it a B-. If the pacing would have been better, it would have been a B+ for me.
So that's Peaky Blinders, The Immortal Man, and it is streaming now on Netflix. It did have a limited theatrical release, and so you're wishing you'd have caught it.
Yeah, I wish I would have caught it.
Netflix only did it for 1 to 2 weeks, so I mean...
Well, and I would say if you're going to watch it at home, just make sure it's the only thing you're doing. You really need to commit to this film, and you need to sit down and watch it. Because of the pacing, you might feel like at home you should get up and do something else. Turn the lights all the way off because the coloring is exquisite. And when you watch the Peaky Blinders come in, because you haven't seen that walk in a while, it's just like the event. I'm getting goosebumps. It's just like one of the superhero movies or Armageddon when they're walking to the ship, right? That's the Peaky Blinders, but they got the coats that are floating in the background.
The Tombstone Walk.
Yes.
I like it.
Tombstone. Yes. Yes.
All right, so that is our big streaming review of the week, Peaky Blinders, The Immortal Man. We still have more streaming reviews to tell you about, plus telephone torture to come in our next segment, where somebody's going to win a family 4-pack to the rehearsal night performance of Ballet West's performance of The Legend of Sleepy Hollow. We're broadcasting live from My Hearing Centers, and we've got about a half an hour to go, because in order to get the offer that Matt and My Hearing are offering you, which is a no-cost hearing evaluation, a chance to test out the greatest hearing aid technology that exists right now for 30 days, and and when you're done with that test, Matt's going to give you some movie tickets. But to do it, Matt, what number do they got to call?
Give us a call at 801-701-1629. We have offices from Ogden all the way down to St. George, 801-701-1629. And I just realized we're like one segment away from being done here.
It goes fast.
It does go fast. You guys are doing a great job.
The fastest 2 hours in radio, I'd like to say.
Yeah.
But let's talk for a really quick sec. How old should you be when you should start thinking about getting your hearing checked?
Well, first, as soon as you notice a hearing loss, you should get your hearing checked.
But do you notice it right away?
No, oftentimes that's I think what your question is oftentimes people don't realize they're having a hearing loss. And so once you're about the age of 55, it's recommended that you have your hearing tested every year. And especially if you have had a hearing loss or have family that have had hearing loss, there is a genetic aspect to that. So have your hearing tested often. And once you find that there is a problem, you should have it corrected.
And so this is a chance to do that for free. I have a friend whose dad really needs to get his hearing checked, and it's been a real struggle to get him to come and get it checked? Why do people resist, Matt?
There's multiple reasons. I think the two that I see the biggest are, one, they're just kind of in denial, right? They don't think they have a problem with kind of everybody else. Hearing loss, because it happens gradually, it's sometimes hard to realize that it's us, because I've heard the same all my life. It's got to be the environment that's changed because I don't change, right?
Right.
The other
Everyone's
reason,
lost but me.
Yeah, exactly. Right. We don't know any people like that, I'm sure. And then the other reason is you don't want to accept the fact that, it's kind of related to getting older. I think we've all equated hearing loss, age-related hearing loss, to getting older, and we don't want to get older. I will tell you, I never see my patients happier and feeling younger than the moment that they get the hearing aid, because when you can communicate and you can have those conversations again, and you can participate in what's going on around you, you feel younger, you act younger, you're happier. So if you really want to avoid the perception of aging, get a hearing aid. It's going to help you be involved.
And here's a chance to do it. No cost evaluation and risk-free for 30 days. 801-701-1629 is the number to make that appointment during the movie show.
12:30 at KSL News Radio. I'm Reagan Edelman. KSL's top local story this hour. The price of gas continues to climb in Utah. Right now we're sitting at an average of $3.88 a gallon. The national average is about 2 cents higher than that. We've seen prices jump over $1 in the last month following the first U.S. strike against Iran. Our top national story this hour from ABC News. The White House unveiled a new framework for artificial intelligence. The proposal gives the power to the federal government, not the state governments, to set boundaries for AI. More from ABC News senior White House correspondent Selena Wang.
What really stands out here is that they're urging Congress to preempt state laws, which is really setting up this renewed clash between some states and the federal government over who gets to set the rules for regulating this new technology. Now, the White House is arguing that their framework can only succeed if there is one unified national law rather than a bunch of patchwork state laws that are conflicting with each other.
The framework also mentions protections for children and efforts to make the workforce better equipped for AI. Your money at this moment, the Dow is down 311 points, the S&P is down 75 points, and the NASDAQ is down 359 points. The KSL Bracket Update every 15 minutes brought to you by the Stern Team Omada. Here's Jason Jones. Jason?
And Kentucky has carried the momentum of their last second shot into the overtime. They are currently a 5-point lead and counting down 12, 10. It looks like Kentucky's going to walk away with a victory in this one. And there's the icing on the cake. 89-82. Looks like that's going to be your final. Kentucky over Santa Clara there. Texas Tech clinging on to a 9-point lead right now over Akron with about 5 minutes left to go in the game. Wright State is currently 1 point better than Virginia. 2 minutes left in the first half there. They've gone to the half. Arizona against LIU with Arizona up big in that game. With your KSL Bracket Update, I'm Jason Jones.
Follow NCAA tournament updates and all other sports updates on KSLSports.com. Coming up, more record heat on the way. KSL weather is next. KSL News Time, 12:32.
Mornings are for recharging.
And they're for starting your day right.
We volunteer to join you in the car. Get news and weather at 102.7 FM during the most important part of your day.
Andy and Amanda, each morning between 5 and 9 on KSL News Radio.
When you want to make big decisions when it comes to your home, first of all, you always want to invest in your home because that's your greatest asset. And one great way to do it, and I'm going to tell you why, in the short term, new high-efficiency windows from Advanced Window Products will help you with your electrical bill on a monthly basis. It'll help with your heating bill on a monthly basis. It helps pay for the windows. There are tax rebates involved. There are energy credits involved, all of these things. But the other great thing about it is Advanced Windows puts a lifetime guarantee on their windows, which means when you sell it, it goes with the house. And that helps increase the value of your home, whether you're staying or whether you're going. And because Advanced Window Products builds these windows locally, they can make the warranty claims and adjustments quickly And you don't have to wait for out-of-state suppliers. You get factory direct warranties instead of reseller warranties. And right now, you can get $2,500 off when you buy 10 windows or more. If you don't have 10 windows, they'll prorate it to make it even. $2,500 off 10 windows or more by calling Advanced Window Products at 801-850-9100.
My friend Joey means well.
Always remember that the early bird gathers no moss.
But he gets a little confused.
You know, you can't make a silk purse out of a wooden nickel.
Like Joey, many of us can be confused when it comes time to plan for retirement. When to take Social Security, how to use that 401k, what about the stock market, taxes, and Medicare? Todd Kim at Galileo Wealth Management can help to simplify retirement planning. His goal is to have you walk into retirement with confidence, not worry, and to address the number one concern among retirees today, the fear of running out of money. Call Galileo Wealth today for a no-cost, no-obligation meeting to talk about the details of your retirement. 385-247-7000. It's 385-247-7000 or online, GalileoWealth.com. And remember,
one man's trash is thicker than water. Of course, water's not thick at all. It's watery.
Imagine all that could happen in 5 years. Jobs change, kids grow up, new memes come and go. But what if you had reliable, intelligent Wi-Fi and the price didn't change for 5 years? Well, thanks to the Xfinity 5-year price guarantee, you don't have to worry about that part of your future. You're guaranteed 5 years of Wi-Fi that boosts speeds to your devices that need the most, that finds and fixes any issues before you even notice. It's like a super intelligent Wi-Fi that keeps you protected from online threats. You get incredible gaming speeds on multiple devices and no one battling for bandwidth for the next 5 years. All your devices will be working in perfect harmony with the equipment, with no annual contracts, no fees, and no strings. So even though your kid will grow up and you still won't understand 6, 7, the price for your sharp, reliable internet will stay put. The Xfinity 5-year price guarantee. Lock in your price and unlock the possibilities. Xfinity. Imagine that. Restrictions apply. Select plans only.
Traffic and weather together every 10 minutes on the 9s, brought to you by UCCU. Earn 4.24% on savings at uccu.com. Here's Cormac Bone.
The crash that we had at the South Interchange has cleared off the road, and we had a crash for a minute on the off-ramp from westbound 201 to Redwood Road. That has also cleared off the road. So I-15 through Utah and Salt Lake counties, a clean and clear drive. Where we have some issues is in Ogden Canyon, actually. Both directions seeing some heavy delays about a mile in from the mouth of Ogden Canyon. UDOT reporting a crash, and I'm sure there are some lanes blocked. We don't have a camera there, so we can't see too many details, but heavy delays through Ogden Canyon both directions. While you're planning your day, plan for comfort too with the Good Feet store. Find the location nearest you at goodfeet.com. Cormac Bone in the KSL Traffic Center.
KSL weather, sunny with a high of 82 degrees today and tomorrow, and then we'll briefly cool off to a high of 69 on Sunday, but not for long. That record warmth will come back in the middle of next week. Right now it's 72 degrees in Salt Lake City. I'm Reagan Edelman from the KSL Common Spirit Health Studios. Listen online at kslnewsradio.com for Utah's news, traffic, and weather station.
The KSL Movie Show. Telephone torture.
All right, it's time for Telephone Torture, where somebody listening right now is going to win a family 4-pack to the rehearsal night performance Thursday, March 26th. That's this coming Thursday at 7 p.m. of Ballet West's performance of The Legend of Sleepy Hollow. And in honor of the star of Project Hail Mary, we are going, what's our theme this week, Val?
Our theme? Is our theme Ryan Gosling, or like who looks the best on the big screen, or who has the best hair on the big screen?
Aren't all those three the same thing?
Fine. Fine.
All right, it is a Ryan Gosling movie. Thank you. All right, so what we're going to do, give out 3 clues, and when you think you know the answer, text the name of this movie to 57500. All right. Here's clue number 1. This Ryan Gosling movie is based on a true story.
Oh, that could be several.
Wonder if there's more than 1 or 2, but there are. We checked. Clue number 2. The original script for this Ryan Gosling movie was full of profanity, but Disney asked producer Jerry Bruckheimer to remove it to make it family friendly. Good
Ooh,
clue.
can I take the last one?
That is clue number 2. Val, please
Yeah?
read the last clue.
This sports-themed Ryan Gosling movie also stars the one and only Denzel Washington and is also one of the greatest football movies of all time. And it has our stamp of approval, the Andy and Val stamp of approval.
Andy and Val approved. Wonder Twin powers activate.
I love
That
it.
is this Ryan Gosling movie. Okay, if you think you know the answer, text it to 57500. We have a text of let's see. Nope, that was somebody who thought that this should have won an Oscar. Magnificent Obsession from 1954. All right, first guess, Barbie. Is that correct?
No, not Barbie. Sorry.
That was a good movie that he was in.
It was Ken enough, though.
Here is a vote for a guess of La La Land.
Oh, no, not.
Where I found out this week, I don't know if it was from you.
It was from me.
It was from you. Tell us the thing about La La Land and Ryan Gosling.
In the actual poster of La La Land, people give Ryan Gosling a little bit of razz because his hand is not a dancer's hand. He kind of gives it a little bend.
There wasn't enough jazz fingers.
Not enough jazz hands. But him and Rocky actually redid the cover of this poster, and he has the perfect hands now.
Wait, is Rocky in the Emma
Yes,
Stone pose?
yes.
I love it. Bonus. I thought I'd get a Steve. I love it there. All right, here is a guess for All Good Things.
Oh.
Sorry. All right, we did have somebody guess. Where did it go? We Are the Titans. Sorry, bro.
Oh, man.
So close.
Oh, man.
Val, what is the actual correct answer?
It's Remember the Titans.
Remember the Titans.
Now, we have been talking about this movie all week, and you and I both love this movie along with We Are Marshall.
We Are Marshall, I've only seen once because it made me cry. Remember the Titans made me cry for different reasons.
Yes.
But Gary Bertier, I mean.
Yes.
Ugh.
Yes, so
and
good.
when Julius goes in to see Bertier in the hospital.
Everything's so good. There is
It's a
not
little
one
dusty
bad
in the room.
There's no bad moment in this film.
All right. Congratulations to our winner. We are just finding out their name right now, and we'll let you know who that is. You have won. Okay. We still have a couple of other things we need to talk about, including a series on Apple TV, Val, that you got to see a few episodes of, Imperfect Women. Tell us about that one.
Imperfect Women has just an amazing cast of women, honestly. When we get into it, this is an Apple TV Plus movie. What happens is
Is this a movie or series?
Series.
Oh, okay.
You have Kerry Washington, Elizabeth Moss, and Kate Mara, and they're all friends. And one of them gets murdered. And you find this out in the first episode. And now we're trying to figure out why this person was murdered, who murdered this person, and why. So, like, where, why, when, how, everything is going on. And Kerry Washington, she's kind of playing the same character as How to Get Away with Murder. And it's.
Do you know which,
sometimes-
when you're watching it, do you know which person gets murdered?
Yes, you do.
Oh, okay.
You do know who gets
Because
murdered.
this sounds like this Dove Cameron series that I
No,
watched part of,
you
where it
do
had all
know
that,
who.
except for you don't even know who's murdered.
You do know who, but I'm not going to say. Obviously, it's not Kerry Washington. She's like one of the main people in the movie. You're trying to figure out through her eyes who actually does this. And then you've got Elizabeth Moss, who's from Handmaid's Tale, and she plays a very different character in this. But for me, Kerry Washington is either I really love her in something, or I'm like, I've seen this before. And in this show, I feel like I've seen this from her before. So I hope it gets a little bit better. I've seen the first 3 episodes, and with the first 3 episodes, it's a C+ for me.
Okay.
And I hope it gets better. My husband did sit down and finish watching the last episode and a half with me. And he was like, wait a second, what is going on? So he got captured by it. But there is a lot of whodunit. And all of a sudden, we get to a new scene and Leslie Odom Jr. jumps in there. And I'm
wow.
a huge fan.
So you had to wait for it.
I didn't know because I didn't look this up before. I like to go in fresh, right? And there he is with his cute little face doing his cute little face things. He plays Kerry Washington's character's brother. And so they kind of have this back and forth. But it is interesting. I just hope that I see a little bit different acting from Kerry Washington as the show moves forward.
So here's a question, maybe kind of a meta question. If a show called Imperfect Women isn't imperfect, is it truly Imperfect Women? So by giving it a C+, shouldn't it maybe get a bump up because it is imperfect when it's already in the title?
No.
Oh, wow. I amazed myself there. I'm glad I amazed myself because it sounds like that's the only person who was amazed by that. Okay. Also on streaming, we've got a new season of. Do you remember Jury Duty? It came out a couple of years ago on Amazon. It actually came out on Amazon Freevee, which nobody knew where to find it. But it got so much love that eventually Amazon put it on Prime Video so all the Prime Video subscribers could watch it. And this was about it's a fake reality show. It is a reality show, but the only person who doesn't know it's a reality show is the one person in it who's not an actor, but he doesn't know everyone else is an actor.
It's like Punk'd, but like for real people?
Yeah, kind of like You're on Candid Camera.
Okay.
But in today's day, and everything is scripted. So he has all these in the first one, he's a member of a jury, but the judge is an actor. Every single thing about it is scripted, except he doesn't know it. So he's doing everything sincerely. And part of the fun is watching the more ridiculous situations. So in this one, it's called Jury Duty Presents Company Retreat. A real temp worker named Anthony gets hired by a fake company that's full of actors. Anthony doesn't know they're actors. He doesn't know he's on a TV show. He just thinks the company is making a documentary.
Okay.
So we, the viewer, get to laugh at the increasingly ridiculous situations that Anthony gets put in. For example, he helps a guy with a proposal. He gets to know all these different characters, but he doesn't know that this isn't how they really are. So somebody will say something that's just completely outrageous and nobody else will react. And he's like practically biting his knuckles because the thing is so funny or so ridiculous, but nobody else is reacting. So he, as the temp, doesn't want to be the one that reacts to all the people who've worked there for years. And this all takes place at a company retreat. It is funny, no question, but I have to give one warning. Many of the funniest jokes are really crude.
Oh,
Like,
is
really
Marsden
crude.
in this?
I've only seen the half of the 8 episodes. He hasn't popped up. He's executive producing this one.
Okay.
He was in the first one playing an exaggerated version of himself.
Yes, him and his beautiful eyes.
Yes. Oh, and he's so funny because he plays like this arrogant version where first when he's on the jury, he was like, well, don't give me any special treatment just because I'm a celebrity. And then when they don't, he gets mad that they're not giving him special treatment because he's a celebrity. But I don't know if he's going to show up towards the end of this or not. But I just say that the crudity takes away a little bit of it from what I think the rest of our audience might really enjoy. But boy, what it's funny.
Super funny.
It's super funny. All 8 episodes are available on Prime Video. It is rated TVMA because, people cuss and then some of the jokes. There wasn't any violence or any, I can't describe some of them, but I'm just telling you, especially if you're even slightly immature, you're going to laugh hard.
It's perfect for you.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you. That's Jury Duty Presents Company Retreat, and it is on Prime Video. All right. Still to come on the movie show, we've got Rapid Fire, where we'll tell you about the stuff that is out that we did not get a chance to watch. And we will let you know our telephone torture winner. Congratulations to Jason from Eagle Mountain. He was the first to answer correctly. Remember the Titans. We're broadcasting live from My Hearing Centers in Sandy. And Matt, you guys, how far north are you got My Hearing Centers in Utah? You go all the way up to Logan?
I was going to say Idaho, but yeah.
Okay, all the way to Idaho. That's awesome. And then how far south?
St. George.
Okay, so there are My Hearing Centers up and down Utah. And that means that whoever is listening right now, wherever you're listening from, there's probably one that's not too far away. So you can come in and try out their no-cost hearing evaluation and the chance to test out the Signia BCTIX. And it stands for what again? The BCT? Bluetooth connectivity transformed. Was that a good approximation?
You
to
did
the
a really good
transformed
job.
sound effect?
Absolutely.
This is the latest. So whether you have hearing aids already or not, you can come in and check it out.
Look, these hearing aids are really cool, and not just for a techie. Like, these are really cool because they help people hear, but they do it in an amazing way. Some of the things that are able to reduce are your own voice processing as we're speaking into the mic, where you're hearing our voice. Same thing happens. We put hearing aids on. It's like you have headphones on a little bit, obviously not that big. And when a new hearing aid wearer starts wearing headphones, they kind of hear their voice a lot more and they don't like it. Well, we got rid of that. We actually can record your voice and remove it from what's being rebroadcast into your ears. Pretty cool. Because of that, you get a more natural sound, more robust volume coming into your ears. Additionally, as you're out and about in space, just walking around, not space, but like walking through the grocery store, in your house, cooking a meal, and you're moving around, the hearing aids will identify what's speech in that environment and what's background noise in that environment. It will augment speech. It'll turn down background noise. You don't have to do nothing. There's no buttons you have to push, nothing you have to control. It does it automatically. And as soon as you move from that environment to another environment, it knows you moved to a new environment. You shut the car door and you're driving, and it's reducing the road noise now and amplifying the person that's either sitting behind you or beside you, so that you can hear them as you're driving the car. So you really need to experience this, and we recognize that it's like really hard to explain it over the radio. That's why we want you to come in, have the hearing evaluation for free, try these hearing aids risk-free for 30 days. At the end of the 30 days, give us some feedback. Let us know how it went. Whether you want to keep them or want to return them, we're going to give you some gift cards to go see some movies.
And if there's financing available, you can work with insurances. Once people have that change, I can imagine it might be hard to say, well, never mind, I guess.
Yeah, not a lot of people give them back. I mean, that's fair warning, right? Like once you have them on and you like them, you're going to keep them. And we're going to find a way to make sure you can do it in a way that's financially affordable for you.
All right. So the number to call to make this appointment, you got to do it during the movie show. Although if you're calling like at 12:59, I bet Matt will allow you to make that appointment. But don't waste your time. 801-701-1629. That's 801-701-1629. Thanks for having the movie show out at My Hearing Center.
Good to have you guys. Thanks.
It's a KSL bracket update every 15 minutes. It's brought to you by the Stern Team Omada. Kentucky, of course, as we talked about, walked off with a victory over Santa Clara, hitting that buzzer, beating shot to send it into overtime. 89-84 ended up being the final there. With about 7 minutes to go in the game, Texas Tech was ahead of Akron by only 5 points. They finish up on a massive run, and they win that game by 20, 91-71. Texas Tech comes away with a victory. Arizona, of course, at halftime, up big, as we mentioned before. At the half, though, Virginia is losing to Wright State. The score there is 43-38. With your KSL bracket update, I'm Jason Jones.
Brought to you by Envision Utah.
Only one type of burger. For every pallet. Fries are extra. Large in size. We've got the shakes. Going over the brim.
Hey, this is Chris from JCW's. Put a positive, delicious spin on your day at any one of our 5 locations. In Lehigh, American Fork, Provo, South Jordan, or Harriman. JCW's, quality and a lot of it.
Cashback is not available on gas in New Jersey and Wisconsin.
Couponing. Wow, you didn't strike me as the coupon type.
Just trying to stay ahead of inflation. Gas, groceries, everything. It's all more expensive. I need to save wherever I can.
Have you tried Upside yet?
Upside? What's that?
It's a free app that I use that pays cash back for every gallon of gas I buy. You've got to buy gas to get around anyway. Might as well get paid for it.
Come on, does that really add up to anything?
I've already made around $200. The extra cash helped pay down my bills, and I even had a little extra left to treat myself.
And the Upside app is free?
Totally free, and the cash back is real. You can transfer the cash right to your bank account.
I'm downloading Upside right now.
Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code ENJOY to get an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank, to PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code ENJOY for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code ENJOY for a 25 cents per gallon bonus.
If you've saved more than $300,000, there's one thing you can do now that can make your savings go twice as far in retirement, and it's tax planning. That's right. Tax planning could significantly reduce the taxes on your IRA and 401k withdrawals, Social Security benefits, and other investment income. Find out how much money you could save with a free retirement tax savings analysis from the good people at Boss Retirement Solutions. To schedule your free analysis, call 801-896-9622. Tax planning for retirement could reduce your taxes not just for 1 year, but for the rest of your life. And the savings could be 6 figures. Let's find out how much money you could save. Call 801-896-9622. 801-896-9622. 9622.
For informational purposes only, actual results may vary. No statement contained herein shall constitute tax, legal, or investment advice. Advisory services offered through Boss Retirement Advisors and SEC registered investment advisor. Insurance products and services offered through Boss Retirement Solutions.
The Movie Show.
You got a friend in me. And when Andy plays with you, it's like, even though you're not moving, you feel like you're alive.
On KSL News Radio.
Oh, that cracks me up every time I hear that line.
I love it.
Even when I was how old was I when that came out? I don't even want to admit that, I don't think. All right. In our final segment of the movie show, we do have a couple of movie news items I did want to bring up. We talked about Spider-Man Brand New Day being the most watched trailer ever with 720 million global views on its first day. I don't know if you heard about this week, but the Minecraft movie sequel has added another cast member.
Oh.
Kirsten Dunst.
What?
Yes.
I love her.
Don't know what she's going to play, but this is one that made me laugh this week. They're making a movie about everything. First of all, let me give you some things that we're going to get movies from. We're going to get a Game of Life movie that is now in the works from Amazon MGM. We found out yesterday that Sony and Pop Mart are going to make a Labubu movie.
Lame.
You've been warned. And then
Is it a horror film? Because it seems like it should be a horror film.
When they come to life, and I'm pretty sure that Labubu's not trying to get that with their brand. If I'm understanding anything. We did hear that Emily Blunt and Cillian Murphy are close to getting deals to come back for A Quiet Place Part 3.
Oh,
Yeah.
because they were in Oppenheimer together.
They were, and Jack O'Connell and Jason Clarke are among new additions who have signed on already. Don't know if you heard about this a couple of weeks ago. Amy Redford is going to direct a Utah set indie feature called Salt and Honey that stars Anna Camp.
Oh, I like
And that's
this
going to be
idea.
filmed here in Utah. So it's set here and obviously filmed here. So that was pretty cool. This is actually a thing that's important. Universal has extended their theatrical window exclusivity to 45 days now.
Oh.
That doesn't sound like a lot, but it is an important thing, I think, to help theaters,
Yes.
to help the theatrical experience. They're not just going to hurry and try to turn it over to streaming as soon as they have, like
That's a
they've been
big
doing
deal.
for the last 5 years, which I think is, I don't know, it was a short-sighted idea. Everybody wanted to get their stuff up on their service so they could get it launched, but they're starting to say, hey, we can make more money by leaving it in the theatrical window and then let people watch it on streaming. I wonder how we have
That's
ever
so
come up with such a
weird
thought.
that's such an original idea.
Isn't it though? Then we had a little bit of news. Netflix is creating a Scooby-Doo series.
Not mad at it yet.
McKenna Grace is going to be Daphne.
So you're excited.
Yes. Abby Ryder Fortson is going to be Velma.
Okay.
Tanner Hagen is going to play Shaggy.
Okay.
And Maxwell Jenkins as Fred.
Oh.
So
I
that-
like Maxwell. He's like an up and comer that I'm getting to like.
And then we got release dates in 2028 for Lilo and Stitch 2.
Is that necessary?
This is the live action Lilo
Right.
and
I
Stitch.
haven't seen it. So is it necessary?
Do you know how much money Lilo and Stitch 1
Okay,
made?
fine.
I'm
Okay.
just going to tell you
Okay,
that.
all right.
And then we get an Incredibles 3. So it is official and it's coming in
I'm excited.
2028. All right. Rapid fire. A couple of things that came out in theaters that we didn't get a chance to talk about. You didn't go see the Pout Pout Fish
I
yesterday,
didn't get
you?
to, but I want to go see it.
Okay, this is an animated movie that just from the poster looks kind of like Finding Nemo. It's not. It's got the voices of Nick Offerman, Miranda Otto, and Amy Sedaris as the main characters. And the basic plot summary is two aquatic misfits embark on an impossible journey to save their home. It is rated PG. I would watch it for the voice talent, although I think this is one where it was made somewhere else and this is just the American voice cast.
Which is
of
totally
it.
fine. It looks beautiful.
Correct, as long as it's enjoyable, right? Then we had a documentary that was up for an Oscar. This is actually the one that won the Oscar,
Yeah.
and it's getting a re-release at the Broadway. Mr. Nobody Against Putin. Did you watch this
I
one?
got to see this at Sundance when it came out, and this was a B+ for me. I really enjoyed this film and this documentary. You should see it. I don't know. There was something about how they captured a moment that we're all consuming and the way they explained it. We all know what's going on and what has happened in this realm.
Russia and Ukraine.
Yes. But the way that they explain it, I think is something that everybody can grab onto.
All right. And then we had on Netflix a movie called The Plastic Detox. Did you watch that?
I did. This one is a B-. It was very interesting because this scientist, Shanna H. Swan, actually gets different couples together and helps them deplastic their lives because they're trying to have children, and to see if that has anything to do with it. And I don't want to give it away, but there are some happy endings here with some babies that pop up that wouldn't have popped up before. It's very interesting to think all of the plastic that we consume and how much plastic is in our body. But this is a perfect opportunity for you to understand this is a one-sided documentary.
I was going to say, is this an alarmist kind of movie?
No, it actually isn't. It was actually very pleasant to watch. And this doctor, I want to kind of hang out with her. She's a really cool little lady. And when I say little, I mean little. She's tiny. But with documentaries, I always tell people, like, yes, parts of it are going to be true, but this is something that you want to watch and then go out on your own and see what you think is true for you and what you think is good for you.
Okay. And then just really quick, meal ticket, a history of the McDonald's All-American All-Star Game
So
for basketball
fun.
high school. And you watched it?
I did, on Netflix right now. It is a solid B for
Prime
me.
Video.
Prime Video.
All right. That's this week's movie show. Going to be interesting to see how much money our big movie of the week, Project Hail Mary, makes at the box office. Again, it got an A from me. And
A++++++.
all right, thanks to Stone, Gustavo, and Corey. We'll catch you next week.
KSL FM Midvale.
KSL Salt Lake City.
From the KSL Common Spirit Health Studios, this is KSL News Radio.
Utah's news, traffic, and weather station.
Temperatures around Utah.
We will push the thermometer a little further today. Look for temperatures that will actually run a solid 1 to 3 degrees warmer than yesterday's all-time highs.
With the early warm weather, what should you do and not do when it comes to your yard or garden?
Just be patient. Get your cool season crops in, and if the weather's holding, get your warm season stuff in a few weeks early.
The time is 1 o'clock on Friday, March 26th. It's midday. I'm Maria Chaleos. Coming up, historic heat wave. We have special coverage as we prepare for a hotter than average weekend. Also this hour, home equity rates are falling as regular mortgage